Hi everybody. Okay, so here is where we are at. The silicone on this little lady was still sticky and gross up until earlier today when I sprayed her liberally with Rust-Oleum matte clear enamel, and now I can touch her and she's not sticking to me, so we are good to go. I am gonna put another layer of color on her and we'll see where we're at from there. But she's coming along pretty good, don't you think? Pretty good. All right, I'm going to tip you down and we're going to get started. Let's see, how's that? If I put her here, if I put her back here, hang on a minute, let me turn this light out and let me put you maybe up here. Why does it want to tip over when it's up there? For sakes. All right, that's good. All right, I gotta move my beheaded doll because I've been busy. Okay. Open my paint. And you can see I have not done anything to my palette. It's still the same dirty palette. I don't ever clean it. That sounds gross. But it is what it is. I never see the need to clean it. Okay. So, let's get a bowl to put water in. Because I got to water the paint down that I'm going to put on her. It's going to be like a wash. Boy, I sprayed that stuff all over the place. That Krylon, I did. I got crazy with it. All right, I'm going to try to pick a brush that is soft-ish and a good size, like that one. Doesn't matter what size it is. I'm more concerned that it's not too stiff. I'm going to wet my brush in the paint that I just put in there, and I'm going to grab some, let's grab a bit of brown. And I mean just a bit. That's all I got. And I'm going to mix it in that water until I dissolve it. And it's just basically like ink, which you could use instead, but you know, I didn't. And I am just gonna kind of go in, and I have a paper towel. I don't want to leave it pooled, and it's not going to stick very well because of the Krylon, but that's all right. It's just for a layer of color. Doesn't have to stick perfectly. And you could see that it's beating up. Plus, it will not stick to the silicone. So, y'all, I'm trying to get it so that you can see what I'm doing. Is this any better? I don't think it's very much better. Whoops. Try not to do that. All right. We are under severe weather warnings here. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad over the night. At least my husband's home now, so that makes it better. I'm just scrubbing this on. You can tell I ain't doing anything fancy. I'm just literally scrubbing it on. And then after I scrub it all on, I'm going to take the paper towel and kind of dab it off. Okay. Now I'll take my paper towel and just kind of dab the whole thing off. Okay. I really got it all over. Got it in her eye. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing to her arm and her leg. Okay. Wipe it off. Doesn't look like it's leaving much behind. Well, it is what it is. Just trying to leave just a hint of color. I don't want a ton of color on there. So the fact that it's not leaving a lot behind, I'm okay with. I just wish it would leave a little bit more behind than it is. Okay, and now her leg. Okay. All right. Looks good. Ish. Oh, you guys, it's been a day. It seems like it's always been a day. I don't know if you can see. I have a big giant coffee stain on my shirt. My coffee committed the ultimate sin earlier and tried to kill me. It was devastating. I'm gonna add a little bit of red, and with the water, I think I need a little bit more water. Yeah, I was taking a drink of coffee, and it went down the wrong way, and it felt like it was trying to kill me. Almost got it all over my computer. It was horrible. It was traumatic. All right. You know what? I wonder if I move all this crap out of the way. Move that. And if I set you over there, does that look better? I think that might be better. And it's the same deal. I'm taking the tissue and I'm just kind of blotting it. I'm not wiping it. I'm not scrubbing it. Just blotting it. Oh, I almost went in the wrong paint. Let me get this paint closer by me. You can see that the paint is like really thin, like water. Load up my brush and scrub it on. And then take the paper towel and dab it off. Like, it's not going to stay in every spot, and that's fine. You don't want it to stay in every spot, but it makes a huge difference when you're trying to even out some tones. The red will kind of pool in the valleys, and it looks really good. Hang on a minute. I will turn this around and show you up close what I'm talking about. See that? It's pooling. Okay, see this spot right here? Where is that spot? Right there. That's the before. When I scrub the water on with the blood, guys, I gotta see what I'm doing to get in there and really get it going. Okay, that's what it looks like now. And then I take the paper towel and just kind of dab it off. I'm not wiping, I'm just dabbing, so that the stuff that's on top gets wiped off, but you still have all of the little nooks and crannies with the blood in it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, we're going to do the arm in the same manner. And please do wear old clothes when you're doing this kind of stuff, because this liquid paint, this watery, when you water it down like this, it will fling all over you. And I mean, I already got coffee on me. What's a little bit of paint looking like blood? Ain't gonna hurt me at all. All right. Like I said, you can scrub it all over the silicone and it ain't gonna do nothing but beat up. See? I'm telling you, see, and I'm like, see? Jeez. I got mad skills, you guys. Mad skills. I mean, Spielberg's gonna come to me for filming help. You guys can quit sniggering, I know. I know I'm awful. Can't help it. I'll get better as I go along, I guess. Just like art, you know. You get better as you go. Okay. That looks pretty good. And now I'm going to wipe it all off. And we start back up at the head. I am serious about getting good layering in here. And the only way you get it good and layered is by going over it and over it and over it. I really want the red color to adhere a little bit better. I might have to use a little bit of alcohol. I'll be right back. Okay, hubby had to come in and kiss me goodnight. He's going to bed. All right. I don't know what I did to my arm. I'm putting a little bit of alcohol in that paint. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of the paint. And I'm going to mix it. Now, alcohol and water actually do not mix very well. So that little bit of water I had in the paint before is making my paint come out kind of chunky. But if you're patient and you just keep mixing, it's all good. It'll come out fine. Now we have a brighter red color than we had before. And I'm okay with that, but I think I want to tone it down just a pinch. And I don't think I have any good green. Yeah, that's green. That's good. I've got this bright green, and green will tone red down a little bit. Well, actually green should, but I don't think that was enough. That's all right. We're good. Okay, so you can see that it's still real thin. The alcohol should make this stick a little bit better. We'll see. I don't know. Because alcohol ink sticks to everything. But this isn't ink, this is paint. So guys, I'm kind of liking the look of it when it's just like running all over. Let me tip you up just a smooch. I do kind of like this look where it's drippy and runny. I like that. I mean, I really like that look. But I don't think that that's right for this girl. There will be a doll that is right for, and I will recreate it. Just not for this one. And you just really like jam it in everywhere. I've got this stuff jammed in like everywhere. Okay. All right, this is where we're at. Take our towel, same deal. Dabbity dab dab. We are getting a pinker tone, which I like. Kind of reminds me, I don't know if my camera's picking it up or not, but it really kind of reminds me of the Leatherface mask from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's kind of that color. I don't hate it. I'll say that. Yeah, I don't hate that. It looks like that. I like it. I like it. And now we do same thing on the, see, now I've tipped you up. Now I can't lay her down to do her arms, so I have to hold her up to do her arms. But now we do the same thing on the arms. We completely saturate it, which you have to be careful because the glue and the matte medium and the paint that's holding the cotton ball stuff together will soften back up. So if you find that that's happening, don't stress about it. As soon as you're done, it'll dry back up. No harm, no foul. And if you find that it's not holding up very well, add another layer of glue and matte medium to it and just brush it on with a brush and then let that dry. It should tighten right back up for you. I was worried because her head right here is kind of soft. But, you know, how often do you buy a doll and you keep poking at it? So I'm not really concerned about that. I mean, these dolls obviously are not made to be played with. And if you play with it, well, you're going to break it. And that holds true with any porcelain doll. You just don't play with these. They're meant to be looked at, admired from afar. You know, you could touch it, just don't play roughly with it. On every Etsy listing I make, I say please only clean with a soft, dry cloth. And that is mainly because of the paints. Anytime you wash it with soapy water, you run the risk of knocking paint off. Even if I seal it, there might be a spot that the spray missed or that I missed or whatever. You run the risk of knocking paint off. So only ever clean stuff with a soft, dry cloth. I don't know why it would get very dirty that you would need to really get in there and clean it anyway. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Okay. Now, can you see that her eyes are kind of foggy looking? When I sprayed her with the matte sealer, her eyes went foggy like that. So what I have to do is, pardon my reach, I have to reach past you. I have to get a Q-tip. And I'm going to saturate it with my 91% alcohol that I have put in a golden bottle because it's easier to dispense. So that is just a cotton balls or cotton swab saturated in alcohol. And I'm going to get down here because I can't see. Remember, I'm blind. And I'm going to gently rub the eye. And I'm going to hope that that gets off the matte spray. If it doesn't, I may have to get cranky with it. Usually that's enough. You know. But we'll see. It don't look like it's going to be enough. Okay, So, yeah, it's going to make me scrape it. Kind of hoping that it wouldn't make me pull out the big guns. It's going to make me pull out the big guns, you guys. All right. Here comes the big guns. I have turpentine. Now this came out of a big jug. I put it in here because this way I can put a stainless steel scrubby, and then I can clean my brushes right in the jar. And I'm using the dry end. I just felt this is the dry end, this is the alcohol end. I don't want to put the alcohol into my turpentine. I don't know if there would be any issues doing that, but I don't want to find out. All right, so now the turpentine goes over. And usually, you guys, turpentine will like get everything off. So I guess we'll see. Trying to be very gentle. You know, the worst thing about choking earlier is that now my sinuses are all funky. That's the worst thing for me. Is when I choked and I sucked that coffee down into my lungs. I haven't stopped sniffling since. Probably gave myself pneumonia. Aspiration pneumonia. Let's see here. I need a somewhat firm brush. Guys, I should have been more careful when I did this earlier. I mean, I have silly putty right there to cover the eyes with, and you know what? Didn't even cross my mind. Was not even thinking. I just thought, I gotta get rid of that sticky silicone. How am I gonna get rid of that sticky silicone? Oh, I know. Let's Krylon spray it and see what that gives us. And the worst part is I sprayed it inside my house and I got it everywhere. Fabo. I don't know. We may have to intentionally fog her eyes a little bit, because they're sure fogging on their own. And you know, if you didn't want this paint to come off, first time you nudged it, it would come off. You just know it would. Well, that's annoying. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let it dry up really good and see what happens. I may have to take a scraper and scrape it up really good. Let me put my turpentine back before I spill it. Oh, jeez. I guess it don't look too bad. What do you think? It looks a little better, yeah? I like the paint job, except I got to spray it again now because I've painted over the stuff. So now I have to give it another coat of spray, and then I have to see if I can fit her dress over. I don't know what I'm going to do with her bloomers because I've got paint all over them. I got paint all over her shoe and her sock. That might get turned into blood because I can't get it off. Her bloomers aren't going to come off unless I cut them off because I did this over. It won't fit over top. Yeah, that's nice. You know what, you guys, were going to let me forget to sign her. Let me quickly sign her. Oh. the old clone. Goodness. There, she's signed. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Oh, yep. Like I said, it's been a day. All right. Let's address, let me move these out of my way. Let's address the paint splatter. I'm just going to use the same brush that we had the red on, because I'm using this red. Let's see what it looks like if I boop it with the red. I don't know, guys. Her shoe looks nasty. And the other shoe was missing a shoelace. Which it don't matter, because the other shoe's not going back on her foot anyway. Well, good enough, I guess. I think that's not too bad. I'm just going to put blood everywhere there's pink. And then, like, you know, I should probably just use my finger. That way I don't end up with straight ridge brush marks. What do you think? I mean, there's no visible means of where this blood came from. But, you know, who's to say she doesn't have something under her panty loons, right? She could be all jacked up under there and we wouldn't know. I mean, who really knows what someone has going on under their clothes? Okay. How's that? I think that's it, you guys. I think we just have to let this dry and then get her dressed, and I think she's done. I can't think what else we can do to her. I'm still not happy with them eyeballs. I really wish I would have paid more attention when I put that eyeball in. That's bugging the stuffing out of me. But there's nothing I can do about it now. See? I mean, it kind of looks alright. Kinda. Sorta. Well, what are you going to do? You know, I can't have everything turn out perfect every single time. I'm just going to go with it and say I intended it that way. Because I can do that. Yeah, that I really intended it for that way. Because, you know, obviously, the progress of her disease, it pushed it that way. How could you not see that? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I did one. I really hope that it's not going to offend a lot of people. Do you guys want to see? The one the decapitated one that I was talking about earlier. This girl, see? I actually accidentally covered it up. There's the bone sticking up out of her neck. There's that. And there's her head. Can you tell who it is? Can you tell? I'm not saying nothing. If you know who it is, then you know why I'm worried about offending people. It's not done, and it's not intended to be offensive, but I couldn't pass up the chance when I had the doll you know, and it wasn't a doll that was worth anything. This was a like super slapped together cheap. It was so cheap that this dress has to be glued to her shoulders and her chest because it keeps falling off. That's how cheap it is. So it'll be up probably tomorrow. I'm not even going to write a story for it. I'm just going to put the doll up, the picture, and her name. Hopefully tomorrow. I have to use some glue and stuff. So we'll see. I'm going to finish that tonight too. And then I am going to, I have a doll. Here's my dilemma, you guys. Let me set you down. Let me tip you back. And I'm going to set you down so I don't have to hold you. Okay. I have a doll. And I want more than anything to do a Cyclops. I have the eyeball for the doll. I have everything I need. Where did I put that doll? Here she is. I think she's perfect because I would have to clay over her eye sockets to make the eye right here. I think that she's perfect for that. And she's a part of like a kissing doll set. I don't have the other doll, I don't think. Pretty sure I don't. But I'm not fast with the clay. So I might have to do that off camera. Just because until I get a little more comfortable with it and I can, like, you know, go a little faster, that would be a 2-hour video. And I'm just not going to put you guys through that. That would be awful. I know when I get to videos that are more than a half an hour or so, I start hitting that fast forward button. Let me get the gist of what you're telling me, and then I'm gone, you know. And I do watch a lot of videos. But that's what we're doing. Plus, I still have to do more resin work. I am still trying to get ready for the show in April, and I hope you all come on out. I just posted the link for it on my Facebook. That's it. I think we're done. And I think that Little Miss Josephine May is all done except for her story. I have to write that story. I haven't written it. I just posted a Carrie and Whitney. Posted them today. And what was the other one? Why can I never remember the names? I name these dolls myself. Nobody does it for me. I name them. And 2 hours later, I cannot remember what the heck I named them. Oh, Aaron and Marta. M-A-R-T-E. M-A-R-T-H-E. I forget. Anyway, it's Marta. I got the name because I watched an unsolved... No, it wasn't an unsolved. It was a documentary from the 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s. The young girl's name was Marta. She was French. She was a pretty little girl, and she was brutally murdered. So I named my doll after her. But that's it. On the Akiri doll, the skeleton ghost doll, in the comments on that doll, I posted a link to a blog post that gives you the rundown of what the Akiri really is. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably butchering it to hell. If I am, I apologize. And if I am, leave me a comment and let me know the right way to pronounce it, because that would drive me crazy knowing that. All right. Thank you for joining me once again. I appreciate it. If you have any thoughts or ideas, I still have, about a dozen dolls left to do. I could use some ideas. It'd be very helpful. Comments are always welcome. Join me for the next one, whatever it may be. And I hope you hit subscribe. Please click like and let me know what you think. Bye-bye.